Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and to the new people who are just passing by or who just stumbled upon my channel, thank you so much for clicking this video and opting to watch. I would love that you subscribe. Kindly, I'm giving you a minute so that we can be more friends and you can learn more about me. There's a reason why you're here. Maybe this is the only reason, maybe the topic is what brought you here, but I'm a fun person to hang out with. So yeah, today we are going to talk about miscarriage. Personally, my personal experience on miscarriage, and as I get ready, I get my face ready. I'm leaving, and I'm supposed to be at my grandma's place by 4. So I should be done by 3:30 or before 3:30. So I have like 40 minutes. The reason why I'm timing myself is because I am not a professional makeup artist. So of course I will not be explaining what I'm doing or what I'm using. But if you have any questions about a product, just put it in the comment section. I will try read the name and copy and paste it for you, because most of them are either gifts or things I just randomly bought, because I've been on the trial and error of still learning what to use, how to use it. So I'm just doing my face because I'm going out. Though also I want to learn more about makeup professionally, because I would love to do it as a business here where I stay. So I have been looking for makeup artist for more than 1 year. I've been here since I got married. I got married in 2020. So I've been looking for makeup artists since December 2020 mpaka leo. I haven't found a good one. I know some people recommended some makeup artists. I've checked their Facebook. I haven't seen any on Instagram. I've checked the Facebook pages. I don't like them. So if you know any from Instagram, you can recommend them. I will check their pages and I will support them, because I love face beats. I will always go to their places and have makeup done by them. But if not, this is like, I think, a very good business for me to do, because huku hakuna, and people need to look good. I mean, the market is there. So this is a foundation. It's a BB foundation that has SPF and it has a white cast sana. So I usually avoid kupaka nyingi. So I haven't seen. I assume most people who like stay in these areas get their makeup done in town. Maybe sijui. I've attended only one wedding huku mtaani with my mom. Apparently my mom knows someone huku, so she was invited for a wedding and she took me with her. And in that wedding I didn't see anyone looking extraordinarily nice, beautiful, or made up, except like 1-2 people, like 1%. And I assumed how here they were not from here. So I'd love to know it, do it professionally, and start it as a business, because I have no plans of moving out from this area. It's safe. I feel like it's the safest area, because I was born and raised in Majengo, Kingorani, and at the age of 22, 23, we moved to Kisauni. So I stayed in Kisauni for like only 2 years, and then I got married. So Kisauni was like the least safest place, and I don't like it. And but it's also close to town. It was convenient for me to go to work and come back. That was okay. But security wise, and also the cost of living is not very high. But now a lot of businesses are venturing. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of houses, and things are rising up. Like the standards are rising up. The cost of living is also rising up there. It's no longer mashambani like Kitambo. So I feel like huku, one, it's safe. Two, it's far away from chaos. Three, the life, the cost of living is good. The rates of especially houses nini iko chini. It's affordable, not really chini, but it's affordable for a common mwananchi. The only thing that is disturbing people currently is the routes, especially if there is traffic or as they are constructing. here and there. Mara they block the roads, Mara do what if yani the little inconveniences, but the route is not very long, sindefu. When there is no traffic, especially at between noon, like midday, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., it's the shortest the shortest um road, I feel like. So I have just applied my foundation that has SPF. Yeah, it's just a subtle look, a very nude look, because at a cylinder home too. But I just wanted to come here and talk, so I will not sit like this and talk and talk and talk and go away. I just wanna like get ready. So let's get back to the topic. Topic I wanna talk about my miscarriage. And this video will probably not go out immediately. I am not sure if I am ready to share out to the public what I went through, but I also want to help someone out there. I also want someone to relate, because I know myself when I went through the same. I did a lot of search on YouTube to look for people who have done such kind of videos, to learn from them, to understand some things. And it's not like I do not have family. I do. My aunties and cousins, and some of which I didn't know whom have experienced the same thing. They used to give me calls, they came, visited me, everybody told me their stories, and it looks like it's more than one person who have gone through this, and I am not alone and all that. But you see, with family, it's different from hearing it from a stranger. First of all, family will not tell you everything, what they went through or why. And also because they're not my immediate siblings, I'm the firstborn from my home, and the cousins are the ones I am talking about. One, they won't tell you everything. Two, they will not tell you immediately that this and this happened until it happens to you. And three, some will tell you it happened to them and will expect you to do what they did and will start judging you. Others will, kuna ile, mimi, it happened to me, I did this and this, basi do it. Just because I've given you advice, I'm expecting you to do it. And others won't even tell you. Others who have not experienced it, they don't know what happened. I was just reassembling my brushes, and this one is the dirtiest. So this is my first time I used a foundation brush. I used to use a beauty blender, and my cat just ate it up, all of it. So I need to buy a new one. According to my lose focus. Yeah, there we are. She ate all of them. So these are all the brushes I own. I usually use one of these. I have a black one, I have a brown one. This is the Davis number 3, I guess. So yeah, as I was saying, I came to YouTube a lot because I wanted to hear other people's stories. I wanted to hear gynecologists' takes. I wanted to hear medical practitioners take what they speak about it. And it's good to get information from more than one person. One person will tell you either what they prefer or what they know or what they have seen, but more than one person will get different and you can judge from them. I cannot see that thing. Here it is. Anyway, kwa hapa all that long na sioni. So yeah, that is the main reason why I am doing this. But another reason is, from all the videos that I have seen, I did not see any Muslim or a hijabi person talking about a miscarriage. The only Muslim couple I saw, I think they're called the Swaleh family. I don't know where they're from, who go abroad. They're not from Africa. And si ati hakuna wengine, maybe there are a lot, but I didn't see them. And I feel like sometimes you need someone who you can relate to, maybe someone of the same color, ethnicity, tribe, yani hivo, someone that ushaelewa. So I felt like wacha mimi nitokezee, maybe someone from Africa or from Mombasa or from around is going to relate, and my information will be useful to someone else. Though this video will not, well, it's already 11 minutes since I've been talking. Naongea sana. Anyway, this video will not go up immediately. Of course, the video yenyewe si ndefu sana. This video will not go up immediately. I shoot. It will probably go up by the end of 2022, or inshallah when I have a kid. A lot of people who look up to us, and those people would want to learn from us. And if we've gone through something that we know is going to help someone, it's good to just share it out, huko. And alhamdulillah, I have healed, so I'm now able to speak about it without my feelings. I'm not emotional as I was before. So I will insert, as I'm doing my brows, I will insert a video of, I'm using a stick concealer. This is what it looks like. So you just pull heavy at the but I just did this with my brow brush. So I will insert a video of how I found out I got pregnant. I got pregnant last year in 2021 July. So what I was saying, I got pregnant last year in 2021 July, 15th July, and by the time I noticed, I was already 5 weeks pregnant. And we went to the hospital immediately, I think, because after noticing, I think my husband wanted confirmation that I was. I did the test when he was not at home. I did the test alone at home one night. I just sat down and thought, I'm feeling weird, I'm feeling something, I'm feeling pregnant. So I waited for him to go to work at night. When he had gone for night shift, I got out, bought the test, and then I did the test alone at home. I waited for him to come in the morning, showed him the thing. He was so nervous, very nervous than I was. Of course, I was nervous too, but I was more happier than nervous. He looked very nervous. I saw it on his face. He was excited kidogo, but then he was like, wow, what? Maybe he wasn't, I don't know, but he was excited, I know, though he was more scared than I was. Mimi, I was like, twende nalo, let's go with the wind. So we went to the hospital for confirmation. I think it was the only reason, I'm not sure. So when we went there, they did a test, they confirmed I'm pregnant, and they advised us to start clinic immediately. So we did, of course. So when we started clinic, that is when we were told we are 5 weeks in. And yeah, from then we went home. I was given the supplements immediately, the ones pregnant people use. So they gave me some funny small things. It was, I think, folic acid and another reddish maroonish one that I was supposed to take every day. So they told me I should go to the hospital after 4 weeks. That is 9 weeks in, right? Yeah. So that happened. I was at home, I was having fun, I was excited. I told a friend immediately. My friend Delila, she's the first person to know, because I video call her. I sent her a WhatsApp text, a WhatsApp video that night, and I told her, this is what I have done and this is what I have seen. I don't know what is happening. She was like, yay girl, you're pregnant. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, congratulations, I'm happy for you. I'm like, thank you. Okay, at this point, I hope you can hear me because I just noticed I can't multitask, especially in this genre. It's a genre. Not everybody can fit in this genre. I'm new in this makeup genre, so I just can't do both. But I will try as much and talk. My story is not very long, but so that happened. By week 5, it was good. I didn't have any symptoms. Week 6 was good. I didn't have any symptoms. Week 7, I started diarrhea. And we were heading towards August now, because when I noticed I was pregnant, it was 15th July. So by the end of July, those are 2 weeks down. So we are now on week 7, and it's beginning of August. So by August, week 7, I started diarrhea and I went to the hospital. When I went to the hospital, they tested my stool and they told me I had an infection, a bacterial infection. They gave me medicine. I took the medicine for like 3 days. It was a 3 days dose. I took the medicine for like 3 days and then I was okay. So after the 3 days, the fourth day, I started feeling some, okay, this is TMI, itchiness, and the things that happen during pregnancy. And we are discharged. So I went back to the hospital again because it was getting intense, and they told me I have a yeast infection. So they gave me some medicine. So actually, what they prescribed was I think a lotion medicine, something to apply. And when I went to the pharmacy, the same hospital's pharmacy, not outside, when I went to the pharmacy, the doctor came from his office to the pharmacist through the other door. I saw him and he said hi. He went to the other door and told the lady to change the medicine that he had prescribed. I didn't know why, but when I stood at the pharmacy and the lady was giving me medicine, I'm like, see, the doctor says, I remember when I was in the doctor's room, he said, yeah, this is for applying. And the lady is like, no, he just came and changed. You saw him. Yes, he just told me to change it to something else. So they gave me some things to insert, and I was like, yes. Did he tell you that I'm pregnant? Is this safe for pregnant people? She said, yeah, he did. It is safe. So I'm like, okay, I trust you, because I've already said it out there, and I've already raised my concerns, and you're telling me it's safe. It's okay. What do I know? I don't know anything. So I went away with my medicine. I used it for it's a 3 days dose. I used it for 3 days. That is week 7. And after 3 days, I was fine. After 3 days, I completed the dose. I don't know what to apply here. In the inner, what is it called? Inner lid, inner core. I don't know which one. So I'm using this. I have this big eyeshadow palette which has almost, I wanna say, my 35 colors. This is how much I don't use it, because I've been having it for like how many before marriage. I've had this thing. Sasa tupaka nini hapa? Can we try green? Let us try green. Okay, kama kinyago nikaintroduce nyumbani. So yeah, everything happened. I was okay. We went on with life. So I remember that week I was very emotional. I remember I was super. There was a show. There's a show that I used to watch in Showmax, a South African show called Gomorrah. So as I was watching here show, there's a kid up on Dani, a boy, died. He died from fire burn. Amechomeka na moto akafa. So as they were shooting the mazishi scene, friend, see, I cried. I had to call my friend Sophia and tell Sophia, Mimi, I am crying because there's a boy hapa kwa film who just died, and I just felt like I wanna cry my heart out. And he's like, Shufa, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. But that week I was very emotional. Even the second day, I didn't watch that thing because she told me not to watch it. So I stayed Harper in the house. I was alone. My husband was on afternoon shift. I stayed Harper. That was week 8 of my pregnancy. I stayed Harper. By Maghrib, I didn't go to pray. It was getting dark. I didn't I didn't put on the lights. I stayed in the dark, and suddenly I felt something in my tummy, and I started crying again. So I called Sophia again. I'm like, Sophia, I feel like crying. I'm just crying. Like, Shufa, are you okay? Where are you? How is the environment? And I explained to her. She's like, Amka washeta. The devil is playing around with your head. So I called my husband also. I told him what I'm feeling. It's like Amka uswali. So I got up, prayed Maghrib, talked to God, and then I was fine. Yeah, that ended. I was okay. So that was week 8, right? I think week 8. We were heading towards week 9. So one day, I think in the 9th week, we were supposed to go back for checkups. So we were supposed to. The first checkup was on week 5. So by week 9, we are supposed to go back for checkup because I'm supposed to do my now. Hey, what is it called? This line, eyeliner, my upper liner. So I usually have two. I have this, the wet brush liner, which I love it. It's almost like my daily use. And then I have this, which has a gel and a powder, which I like, but I don't use it every day. So today I want to use it here. So week 9, we went back to clinic, and I'm gonna use a very small brush, super tiny, that came in the box. Hii hapa box yake. So the brush looks like that. So by week 9, we went. Alhamdulillah, I have a very supportive husband. I thank God for him. He's always there for me. I went with him. He never missed an appointment. He never missed a checkup. I'll put my mirror hapa near the camera. I hope it won't block the camera because I want to see my face. Takuwa ngori. Hapo ni sawa. Okay, hapo ni sawa. So we went for that checkup. As we went for the checkup, they started asking us questions. Have you ever experienced miscarriage before? I'm like, no. Have you ever seen any? No. No. Are you okay? Are you fine? Are you eating well? Is there any weird feeling, new strange feeling? I'm like, no, I haven't had any strange feeling. Nothing. So they kept me on a bed and put that thing for testing. It's working. Oh, I thought it wouldn't. They placed that thing for testing heartbeat on my tummy, the one that clears that one. So this lady, the nurse, those people, yani they are not, yani hawako qualified kabisa. So they put that thing on my tummy, and then they're asking me, can you feel the heartbeat? I'm like, I don't even know what it feels like. I don't even know what it sounds like. I've never experienced this. This is new. So you're the one to tell me, you and your heartbeat, you and your nini. Ati wananiuliza mimi. And they're like, it's okay basi. Because it's still early. Sahi, si lazima ufeel. You might not feel it. Hautaisikia. Hata sisi hatujaisikia. Lakini don't worry. It's too early. Utaisikia by the time you get to 2 months pregnant, because it was not yet 2. Ilikuwa 2 months. Ati by the paka ufike 4 months huko. Sahi, it's still early. I'm like, fine, because both my husband and I don't know anything. we believed them. So they're like, it's too early for you to notice it now. Wewe kaka mpaka at least 4 months you will hear the heartbeat ukija. I'm like, haya. So they wrote for me next appointment, I think after another 4 weeks, that is 13, week 13. So that day, the day that I came out from the clinic now, call the fans. I'm also applying in the upper inner line. But like, see, people put on one hapa, so me I'm putting on huko ndani. Okay, I'm done. So that's what they tell me. They tell me you will notice the heartbeat and hear it later. It's too early sahi, si lazima, not everyone can hear their heartbeat, so don't get worried. I'm like, hi, fine, if that's the case, if that is what you feel, or if that is what you think is right, fine. So we went away. That same day, my husband is supposed to go to work at in the afternoon. He goes for the afternoon shift. He also went to work kama kawaida, but when I went home, I was like, babe, mimi naumwa. Whatever they were doing to me, the thing for checking the heartbeat, they pressed it so hard on my tummy, and now I'm having cramps. I'm feeling some pain, and my husband is like, it's okay. They said you're gonna feel some pains because your uterus is growing, your uterus is expanding, it's getting ready to hold a baby, so you don't worry. That is expected. You're going to feel that, blah blah blah. So maskini, he's motivating me. I'm like, haya, so navumilia, because of course also I'm used to period cramps, so I've had very bad period cramps before, so I usually like know what it feels like. I'm gonna contour a little. This one concealer looks way lighter than the normal one that I usually use. I usually use the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is my shade, but today I've decided to use this. And you know, come a ghost. Anyway, it will come along together somehow. So that's what he says. He says, oh, don't worry, my husband is now maskini, yani motivate. So I'm going to contour using this gel. You see the black gel that I used, its earbox has a black one and a brown one. Kona here black one and a brown one. So the brown one, chini, it's a gel, do it's a powder, same to the black one. So I'm using the powder part. I don't know how to use cream products to contour my face. So as he went to work, I stayed home in pain. It was kind of bearable because I'm used to period cramps, but it wasn't comfortable. It was just bearable but not comfortable at all. You see, my nose is coming together. Actually my face is coming together. So when he went, I started feeling his cramps kwa mbali. It was bearable but not comfortable. So I'm gonna control this part kidogo. Na hapa. I wanna shape my chin. So when I felt the pain, I think I was doing something, sijui cooking ama nini. So now finally I'm going to powder my face. So now it's coming together. I'm not really baking, but I'm pushing it in. So that night is what everything happened. It was around Maghrib time again. So my husband is at work, I'm at home, I was doing something, I think I was standing up, so I decided to sit down na mshindo. Ile boof kwa kiti. So as I sat down, I felt something come out. And I'm like, huh, what is that? I felt something from below, like the way you feel when you urinate on yourself. Heaven, that's what I felt. And I'm like, huh, what is this? I went to the loo, checked myself, and I saw a brownish, dark red discharge. And I called my husband immediately. And I told him, I have seen something very weird and it's uncomfortable, and I don't know what it is, but I didn't set this part, the concealer. Let's see. So I told him, I called my husband and told him, I have, this is what I felt, this is what happened. I sat down kwa nguvu and something came out in the panty, but it's very little and very darkish, doesn't look like blood. And it's like, how are you feeling? I'm like, some pain, the normal pain that I've been feeling today, this very day I've been in pain, so that is what I'm feeling. And he's like, go to the hospital. You're worried? Because yes, I was worried. He wasn't. He's like, maybe kitu cha kawaida. And I'm like, no, it's painful. He's like, go to the hospital. So I'm using blush. This is the blush that the blush for my face, and I'm using the same brush that I used for powder, and I am putting it hapa near the corners of my eyes, just to lift my eyes up. So he tells me, go to the hospital now and go find out. Toe wasiwasi, because the whole day you've been complaining waumwa. It's okay if you just go and come back home and have a nice sleep. I'm like, hiya. So I went to the hospital. So now I'm highlighting my face with the same brush. I don't have a highlighter brush. I'm putting kidogo, because where yashika. You see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Butter. Butter. Yeah, we're looking great. As we're winding up with the face, I am spraying rose water. This is just normal rose water on my face so that everything can sit in together, the powders. Before spraying the setting spray, that was rose water. I will let it dry. Where is the brush? Okay, here's the brush. I will let it dry as I pat in. So I'm gonna do my mascara. Almost all these nini are drugstore. Volumizing. Oh, beauty model. It's beauty model. It's 3:30, guys. It's 3:30. Okay. Let's finish up with mascara and then I'll tell you the end of the story. Now, what's happening? Yes, I'm not gonna put mascara on my lower lashes. I usually don't. I also usually do put a black pencil on my lower liner, but today I do not want to. Yeah, so I went to the hospital. So in this hospital, I explained to the doctor what is happening to me, and the doctor says, "Are you comfortable taking a photo of it? Go to the loo, take a photo of what it looks like." Because I had a pad on, I wore a pad because I was kind of scared I'm gonna ruin my underwear. So I had a pad on, and it's like, "Go take a picture if you can of whatever is coming out." So I'm using this setting spray. This is Classic Queen Pro setting, and it's got into my mouth. Anyway, it says, "Go take a picture. Let me see it as I prepare you for scan, because we want to confirm what it is." So I went, took a picture, came and showed him, and I did not like his facial expression. He was kidogo kushtuka, but he didn't show. I saw it because I was looking at him straight into his eyes. So ameshtuka, and he's like, "It's okay, let me just recommend you to the scan. Go have a scan." Apple, it's almost going to 8, because by the time I went to the hospital it was 7. So 8 p.m. he sent me for scan and told me, "Let us see what is happening in your stomach." So I went for scan. In the scanning room, the doctor is telling me, "Go drink some water." I'm like, "Fine." And he doesn't, me, I don't know. I've never had a scan before. So he doesn't tell me it is until the bladder is full when we can scan. He just told me, "Go drink some water until I tell you enough." So I'm seated drinking water, and then he gets called for an emergency downstairs. So he went to an emergency downstairs, I think to the theater room. As he goes for an emergency, I'm seated there drinking my water. He comes back, and I'm like, "Doc, I've drank my water." He's like, "No, no, just continue drinking your water. Drink at least until you get to almost a liter." So I'm still drinking water. My husband is calling me. He's like, "What is it? Is everything okay? Are you done?" I'm like, "I'm not done. They've told me to wait, and I'm supposed to continue drinking water until he says stop." So my husband comes from work at 10. So at 10, akashukia at the hospital, and he's like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "Me, I've drunk a lot of water and I don't know what I'm waiting for." He went down to look for that doctor who go emergency room. I'm supposed to do my lips. What lips are we doing today? Are we doing red? I'm a nude. Funny nude. I'm a red. What do you guys suggest? I have these. I love combining this and this, an ombre lipstick over very dark brown and whatever color this is. Okay, let me do. I will apply my lip balm first before making a decision. So my husband went, looked for that doctor. I will overline this part. The doctor came, he did the scan. My husband was so mad. Like, "You're keeping my wife here kwanzia 7 p.m. mpaka sahi it's 10 p.m. Someone is bleeding, someone is on an emergency, and nobody seems to care. Everybody is just running up and down, tending to other people as if huyu si mgonjwa." And that time at Q, we still had a curfew, ile ya COVID, because it was 2021. The COVID curfew was still there at 10. So it was not yet time, but it was almost curfew time. So my husband is mad. Like, "You guys, what are you doing?" Because, yeah. So he did the scan. After doing the scan, we were in the room together. My husband doesn't fear, and I thank God for that, because he went with me to all the rooms, even the maternity room, even all that whatever. He was present everywhere. I thank God for a present husband. yeah, the scan was done, and when it was done, we were still in the same room. My husband asked this guy, the sonographer, what are the results? Is everything okay? Is the baby okay? I think that was his first question. Is the baby okay? And the doctor looked at him like, I can't tell you what is happening. I have to put back this report, take it to your doctor, and your doctor will explain to you what everything is. So my husband is mad because one, you wasted our time. Two, you can't even say anything. I mean, say something before the doctor reads everything with reasons. We won't ask you reasons, but like, we are there and you've just checked and you've seen something. I cannot disclose and nobody is talking. So we're mad. We went back to the doctor's room, and the doctor explained to us very nicely that you're saying you're 9 weeks pregnant. Yes. So it has been found out that the baby lost heartbeat at 7 weeks. So for these last 2 weeks, you are not carrying anything. Like there was no heartbeat in the tummy, and it was just not ready to come out. But finally, it found a reason to come out. So today, it decided to come out, and do not worry. Okay, there's an adhan. Sorry. I was not planning to cry. I'm not going to cry. Anyway, so he explained to us that we no longer have the baby, we have lost it, and no matter how much we've stayed with it, I mean, it was only 1 month, but there was one connection, excitement, expectations, anxiety, and all that. Of course, there's a connection because it was something that was growing in my body. I felt it. I was already in love with it. I related everything to it. So there is a point we are going to grieve. There is a point we are going to feel sad. There is a point we are going to be mad, emotional, and all that. But now, as this was happening, the doctor explained everything visually. He told us it's called a missed abortion, and we understood. So he asked us to go to the maternity ward so that they can confirm that I am okay and safe to go home. So I was taken to the maternity ward at around 11 p.m. and they had not written for me like an admission bed or something. Look how reckless these people are. It's 11 p.m. I'm in the bed. The guy, same guy, the doctor came. So he gave me some pills to put under my lips. He says that thing will help now everything come out vizuri and clean out my uterus and all that. Push the things that have refused to come out. And at that point, I didn't have extra pads because now the bleeding became intense, and now I am asking my husband, can you please go out and buy me pads? And he, first of all, he was very scared of leaving me alone. He was very confused and panicked, and I'm like, it, of course there was curfew, all the shops are closed. So now we asked the hospital, do you have pads you can help us with? And they're like, no, we don't. What we have is cotton wool. So they gave us pieces of cotton wool, and it was the most uncomfortable thing ever. I had to place that and go to the toilet after every 20 minutes. And that thing, mind you, it has a side effect of um, shivering. I was feeling cold. I was shaking and shivering. These people gave me a bed without a cover up, a bed sheet to cover myself up because they had not officially admitted me to like sleep there. They're saying we're gonna monitor you for 2 hours and then you can go home. Mind you, there's still curfew. It's 11 p.m. You're monitoring me for 2 hours so that I can go home after midnight. I'm cold. You can't even look for something in the room in the hospital ward, and just I'm there in my abaya. I'm just like this, and my husband is holding me like this. By midnight, he's coming to give me a second dose. I think there was supposed to be three. to give me a second dose of the same thing, and I don't know if they were three. I don't even remember. I'm mad actually. How to do that? A box of chicken, I think, and rice, and some fruit salad. And I told him I will only take fruit salad. I can't eat anything. I know I am very hungry, but I can't stomach anything. So I had some fruit salad as he had the chicken, and that is how we survived that night in the hospital. At 2 a.m., the doctor comes, he checks me, and he's like, "Oh, now you're looking good. Did you feel anything heavy coming out? Did you see anything? Just check out whenever you go to the toilet and look, just check out what is coming out and make sure everything is out." How do I know everything is out? I can't know what is in the stomach. So me, I'm just checking, telling me if you feel like big chunks of things are coming out, you're doing good. So yeah, I started feeling big chunks of things, and I'm like, "Doctor." So he was explaining to me the reason why we're giving you this thing is so that we cannot put the vacuum in your inside your, is it uterus or wherever inside they put it in. We don't want to force things out, it's going to be more painful. So we're putting this, and this is easier to make everything come out easily. But it was taking long, and I'm uncomfortable in that place. They have better wards, mind you. See at the hospital, it's a private hospital. They have good wards, and I'm like, fine, if you're gonna keep me for long, just admit me in a better ward so that I can. There's a lot that I am going through. There is the emotional pain, there is the trauma, there is the panic, now there is the cold, there is hunger, there is everything. My phone was almost going off. I wanted to charge my phone so that I could just keep myself busy online, and I couldn't. Anyway, let me arrange my brushes as I tell you the story. Alhamdulillah, I am so glad that I am over it, because if I had told you this story last year, I was really cussing those guys. Alhamdulillah, yani Mungu tu nisamehe. So by 2 a.m., Mimi, I am mad. I don't want to stay there anymore. I want to go home. I told the doctor, do what you're gonna do. If you're gonna force this thing out, remove it. Remove what you're removing. I am going home. I'm not staying here any longer. He's like, don't worry. He was polite, yani. He wasn't as rude. He was just a nice guy, but very kind of rigid, yani simwelewi. Anyway, akajivutavuta hapo until 8 a.m. His shift ended, another doctor came. So when the other doctor came, I'm like, "Doctor, I've been here for 12 hours. I've not been admitted to a better ward. I've not been told what is happening. Napewa madawa just to go to the hospital, to go to the loo and check out what is coming out. If you guys want to remove it with the vacuum, use whatever you want to use. I want it out. If I cannot go monitor this thing at home, then remove whatever you're removing. Mimi, I need to rest. I'm in pain. It is so painful. That thing, Mekewa, as everything is coming out, the cramps are worse. They're very intense. Sijui, but according to the people who have given birth, they're saying the miscarriage cramps are worse than the ones for like labor pains, because it's like you're having pain, nothing positive is coming out. Hakuna audio they with labor pains, kuna hiyo end result of you're going home with a baby, and plus by the end of giving birth, the uko chini, the pain imeisha, imepungua, imebakia tu soreness. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never given birth before, but I experienced the worst phase of my life in 2021. Alhamdulillah, I am so glad my husband was around. He went with me to every room in that hospital, every procedure, every situation, everything that was done to me. So at first the doctors were trying to tell him to stay aside, sijui to stay behind, ati sijui haeziona, and he's like, this is my wife, what haven't I seen of her? I will be here, I want to hold her, I want to be with her and make her feel strong with me. I've gone through everything with her, and I won't leave her in this situation. So at the end, this new doctor now, the one who came at 8 a.m., the one who's like as impatient as I am. So he decided to use the vacuum thing kunitoa. Mama, wait. I did not know what I was putting myself into. So, for those who know, maybe some contraceptive fears like maybe I don't know, but there's a thing like pegs. You know the pegs that you use to hang your clothes on. That thing is placed inside. This is TMI. So if you're having any traumas or anything, or it will trigger you to remember anything, I apologize in advance. I have gone through it, and I am here for the sake of the ones who want to know what happened, and the ones who learn, and the ones to feel like they're not alone. It has happened to me too, and I will explain it the way I am comfortable. Mpaka pale nitaweza. So this thing, first of all, it's chuma metal, it's called, and it's like pegs, the one you use to hang your clothes. So it's put inside your vagina like that, and when it gets there, it is being stretched. So it gets there, it is being stretched like this uko ndani. So now you're feeling the pressure hapa, you understand, because it's here and it's being, they're using a screw, something like a screw hapa to expand it hivo uko inside. So then it sticks like that. They use another screw to kuzuia. So then it sticks like that, and then they put another chuma like a straw. Now that is the vacuum that pulls out the clots of blood, the remains of the clots of blood around your uterus, and they have to make sure everything is out. And mind you, that thing is not done once or twice, it is done several times, so that they have to make sure everything is out. So they put it in, they pull, you see everything, the blood, the clot, on a cotton pad or whatever they put it on. And then the doctor is like, let us see, you still have some remaining, let us continue removing. They're playing, they had fun inside there. Alhamdulillah, my husband was in that room, because at first they were like, sir, you can't go in, and he's like, I have to. Why can't I go in? She's my wife, I'm the only person who knows her here. At least when she sees me, maybe she won't collapse or panic or die, you know. I mean, everything is written, but she needs me here. So as they're doing that, at least the nurse was like, pole, sorry, Vumilia, it's okay. I cried a lot. At some point I felt like I wanted to diarrhea. I don't know, I don't know what I was feeling. I was feeling like, you see, when you're cramping and you feel like your fallopian tubes ziko hivi, according to the drawings, you feel like someone is hanging on them and then they're swinging. Someone is pulling everything down. That is what I was feeling, and worse than that, of course. So they did that almost 10 times just to make sure everything is out. They removed everything. Finally I was discharged, alhamdulillah, because I had the same clothes, same abaya, same everything. I was just changing cotton pads here and there. This is disgusting, guys, and I am not sorry to say, because this is what happened to me. And I've given disclaimer. If you're not comfortable listening to such things, I apologize in advance. Do not, just skip. But if you feel like it is going to help you or anyone else near you, stay. So that is what happened. I went back home, alhamdulillah, talked to my people. I went and rested. I took a shower, slept, I rested. My husband was there for me. He brought food, we ate and everything. My people now called, my mom told them, so my cousins called, my aunties, and some of them told me their stories which I never even knew happened to them. I never even knew some of my cousins went through miscarriages, of course, but also not all of them, the experiences were like mine, because one of my cousins who told me she had the same, she did not experience the vacuum thing. She was just given medicines and was told to go home and monitor the discharge herself. And she says it came out for like a whole week. She wasn't in a hurry. She was ready to bear the pain, but like to be comfortable at home. They did not tell me there was that option. I would have chosen that. It's okay, I can cramp for a week, but like, way yani hivi. Alhamdulillah, it happened the way Allah wanted it to. Because I thank God for health, I thank God for life, I thank God for family, I thank God for people, friends, my workmates. They kept on calling me, they came, visited me. Alhamdulillah, and I am grateful that I stayed out of depression. I wasn't depressed, I didn't have like major anxiety, nothing. It was only happened for like the first month whenever I saw needles, injections, raw meat. It used to disgust me kidogo, but then after some time what remained from the head was the physical pain, trauma. Like, wow, it's so painful, but when I see something. And of course, after a month I started using contraceptives so that I refrain from conceiving. I used contraceptives for like 3 months, and Alhamdulillah, I stopped using contraceptives in December, and by January I got pregnant again. So the news is that we are pregnant. Yay! Alhamdulillah. So as I am filming this, I am actually pregnant. So I am over that, and I went through it, and Alhamdulillah, I went through all the healing portions. I am grateful for friends on social media. I am also in a WhatsApp group by Mariam from Instagram. You will see her as Memtememtee. Her name is Mariam. She opened a group for ladies who would want to talk about womanhood and growing up, especially in Islam, childbearing, infertility, miscarriages, having kids, how to deal with in-laws, marriages, and all that, like growing up as a woman. So I joined the group, and since then I have been learning a lot from people. Now I am seeing like-minded people who are going through the same, who are talking about their stories in that group. That is where I get the confidence to talk about my own story, because it is not here in public. Some of them are not even like on YouTube and all that, so they can't just, you will not hear it anywhere else. So as they talk in the groups, I get to learn a lot, and I've learned a lot of things you should or should not do for someone who either has gone through a miscarriage or is going through infertility, especially the one who has gone through a miscarriage. You know, with infertility, you there's hakuna ile trigger. Yeah, all the time you feel like something, you know. I do not want to compare, because I do not want to make anybody feel less vulnerable or less important. Everyone is special in their own way. If you're going through physical pain, inshallah Allah will make it easy for you. If you're going through emotional pain, inshallah Allah will make it easy for you. Pray hard, and it is not because you do not pray that Allah is punishing you. Nothing is a punishment, especially when Allah gives you a test. It means He loves you the most, because even Nabi Ibrahim was Khalilullah. He was beloved. He was the friend of Allah, and he's the one who had infertility for almost 99 years, and he had his first kid at 99 years. So having tests is not a punishment from Allah. So what I want to say is, if someone is going through, especially a miscarriage, because that is what I've gone through, do not tell them at it's okay, you'll get another one. No, they have lost someone, they are grieving. Tell sorry if you want to tell sorry, and leave. It is the same thing like losing a parent or a sibling. You are not going to tell your friend at Ipoli you'll get another parent. It can never happen. That is the same thing if they have lost a child. Just tell them Pole and leave it there. There is no story yet you'll get another one. Someone already has a kid, and then they have a miscarriage on their second kid, and you're like, at least you have one. Kindly don't. It is not good. It is not polite. Just let them be. If they want to grieve, let them grieve. If they don't want to talk about it, let them stay. When they are ready, they will. Because that time, if someone asked me last year, I'm not sure if I would be this. I wouldn't have said it the way I have. Maybe I would still be um mad or something. So Alhamdulillah, that is the news. And if you have any questions, I am very happy to answer. I feel like this video is getting very long. I'd love to talk more, but We'll come back later, inshallah. At the next video that I will talk about, I'll talk about my this pregnancy, inshallah, and the experiences I've had in the first trimester, because I'm now in the second trimester. I'm gonna show you the bump. Yeah, that is my second trimester baby bump. And I will the next video I'm gonna give updates of how my first trimester was, the experiences that I've gone through, the things that I've gone through, symptoms, what worked for me, what I used, and all that. So I'm giving you more updates in the next video, inshallah. See you in the next video, inshallah. If you have any questions, usiogope, put it in the comment section. But if you feel like it is too much, get me on Instagram, DM me on my Instagram page, Facebook Shufaya Kut, Instagram Shufaya Kut, Twitter, LinkedIn, hata hapa, anywhere. I am very happy to answer, because I got a lot of help from social media. I got very many people that I do not know who were able to share, to air out, to share, to help me with what I did not know. So I love you so much, guys. And if you're going through anything, I am praying to Allah. As I pray for myself, I pray for you too. It's going to be well, inshallah.